Hi world, welcome to this video, and in this video I will discuss with you the centaurs. In astronomy, the centaurs are half comets and half asteroids, and they get their name from half horse and half men in the Greek myths, the centaurs. You must have heard of Chiron. You probably have, because he is one of the most important centaurs, and he rules with his wife Cheraklo. Okay, and now a lot of people confuse Chiron to be an asteroid, but he's not. He's not an asteroid. He's a centaur. So remember that. Now, centaurs are like Chiron. Okay, Chiron is a bridge from the other world to our world, and Chiron is known as the wounded healer, and Cheraklo is the lady shaman or his wife, who is known for her graceful poise. Okay, now the centaurs, they orbit between Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Okay, and if you look at Saturn, Saturn is the will or the ego, concrete 3D. Now, Uranus is individual consciousness, spiritual epiphany, awakening of sorts, representative of our individual soul. Okay, now Neptune is the cultural consciousness. Okay, it is the group soul. Okay, so sorry. And now the centaurs, they deal with emotions that are at the very fringe of our consciousness. Okay, so essentially it's not easily definable. A lot of people call Chiron a mini Saturn, because Chiron's lessons are hard, like Saturn's lessons are hard, but Chiron wounds you to teach you. Okay, to show you that your wound can be your greatest ally. Shows you you can wear your wound with honor and pride. Okay, at the same time, don't let your wound define you. Now, so as I was saying, Chiron is the poster child for all the centaurs. We all know about Chiron in astrology. Okay, and okay, I mean, all know about Chiron in astrology. Okay, and Chiron basically shows us our points when we feel despair, when we feel discouraged. Okay, when we experience trauma and vulnerability. Okay, Chiron deals with all these things. Of course, vulnerability, it's very difficult. Now with Chiron, the tragedy really lies in our own limiting beliefs. Okay, it has to do with what we think is insurmountable, and we feel like, okay, why is this happening to us? But everything around us is a projection from our internal sacred space. So Chiron's energy shows us to not ask, why is this happening to me, but to ask, what is this teaching me? Chiron is of course the great mentor, the great teacher. Now, once you expand your consciousness with this Chironic wounding, then you're not limited. You're truly a spiritual being in a physical body. You're not limited by the 3D anymore. You expand your consciousness. You are aware of other dimensions, of other realities. Okay, and you gain a higher perspective. So that is what the wounding of Chiron really stands for. Okay, now Cheraklo, on the other hand, is the lady energy of Chiron, the feminine, like Shiva Shakti, Chiron and Cheraklo. So Cheraklo teaches us in the chart, Chiraclo will tell you that place of inner sovereignty, where you're not willing to give up, but you don't necessarily have to pull a sword. There you see, you can do it with grace, you can do it with dignity, you can draw boundaries. So to understand Chiraclo, you must understand that it's about defining clear boundaries. When you want to say yes, it's yes. When it's no, it's no. Okay, now so she represents dignity, understanding, and as I said, a graceful enforcement of boundaries. Very important. Okay, this is not a warlike energy like Athena, but this, she's more in tune with Vesta. Okay, now now, of course, you know that Chiron also has rings around it, and Chiraclo also has rings around it. And interestingly, astronomers discovered that Chiron, the internal core of Chiron, spews some kind of activity happening there. Okay, so Chiron is alive. Okay, Chiraclo, they haven't said anything, at least not that I've read, but these asteroids are alive. Okay, and Chiraclo basically, as I said, signifies that place of self-sovereignty, which is necessary for us to keep balance, because it's sometimes we can accept, we can let go, we can come in sync with the people around us and the expectations of us, but sometimes a no is necessary for our dignity, for us, for our very own sake, for our very own soul's sake. And that's what Chiraclo teaches you in your chart. Okay, so as I said, she's not like Athena. So Chiraclo, the energy is not going to manifest as violent or aggressive, but this is a very graceful, ladylike, dignified energy. And as I said, like Vesta, who uses logic to decide what's right and wrong, not she doesn't flash her sword like Athena did. So that is Chiraclo, right? Interestingly, the name Chiraclo translates to graceful spinner. So the feminine archetype has oftentimes been entwined with the spinning energy. Everything spins. The galaxy has spun out. It's a spiral formation because it spins. Okay, the earth spins, matter spins, atoms spin and vibrate. So the graceful spinner, what is Chiraclo spinning in your conscious and unconscious mind? So understanding the centaurs is actually very important to truly understand where you have a particular wound and where you need to heal from it, and how you need to heal from it, and why you need to heal from it. And oftentimes with chironic wounds, it's not easy to heal yourself, but you heal humanity by learning all about it. So the poster child of the centaurs, Chiron, never healed actually. I mean, he set out to be this big healer because he had this mortal wound that that caused him so much pain that he wanted to discover healing, but he couldn't heal himself. That's the dichotomy of Chiron's energy. He mentored a lot of gods like Apollo and many others and showed them the way and taught astrology, magic, but medicine, but he could not heal his own wound, And his dichotomy, the Chironic dichotomy, is dualism, because he was not God and he was not mortal. He was somewhere in the middle. That's what the energy of centaur symbolize, somewhere in the middle. I hope you like that video as much as I like making it for you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. Would mean the world to me. And let me know what you think of these videos and what are the topics you want me to cover, and we can continue. Thank you. www.tinahills.com. Don't forget.